happy Saturday. I hope everything is going well with you all. Welcome in Joshua. Welcome in E is God's Son. Welcome everybody. Thank you to those who will watch the replay. Thank you so much. I hope everybody's doing well. It is well in my corner of the world. It is 77 degrees and it is cool. The sun is shining. It's a pleasant day. And I hope wherever you are, your day is pleasant as well. And we are continuing to keep our neighbors in Florida lifted up in prayer, and for them to be safe and protected even after the aftermath of the storm. So guys, we're going to get right into what I am cooking today. This is an old classic. It is a southern dish, and a lot of people cook this, make this meal, or cook this, fix this dish, should I say. Let me kind of turn this up a little bit. Excuse my arm, y'all. But I am going to be making some salmon croquettes. And I remember my mom making this. It's a great meal, inexpensive, and I can remember times when we had ours with rice and maybe some English peas. So I love salmon croquettes. They're tasty. Back in those days, my mom would put onion, salt, and pepper in hers. And it was just a good meal, and put a little flour in it and whatever. So I'm going to, I don't remember my mom ever using the green onion in hers, but I'm going to saute, and I don't remember her sauteing her vegetables either. I'm going to saute these green onions along with some yellow onion. And I've prepped everything before I came on, just for sake of time. It doesn't take long to prepare this meal. And this is half of a large onion and 3 green onion stalks. And I have a little of oil in this skillet. So we're going to let these sweat a little, and then they will be ready to mix with the salmon. Okay, I am going to show you the salmon that I'm using today. This is not the only salmon that I use, but this is the one that I'm using today. It is wild caught Alaskan pink salmon by Chicken of the Sea. Sometimes I use the double, I think it's the double Q or double something pink salmon, but this is the one. It was on sale for buy 2 for $7. So I got 4 cans of these, and I'm using 2 cans today. Hello everybody, and welcome in. Welcome in Tamika. Welcome in Buddha. Welcome in the Bud Files and your family. Welcome everybody, and thank you for coming. As I was saying, this dish is an old, well, it's a southern classic. And it's simple to make. It doesn't take a lot of time. And if you are feeding a large family on a budget, this is a great meal to prepare. I'm preparing salmon croquettes, salmon patties, whatever we want to call them. And right now I am sauteing some green onion along with yellow onion. Now when my mom used to fix this meal back in the day, she would only use the yellow onion, but I like to put the green onion in mine. You can leave that off. You put whatever you want to put. I always tell you guys, when you're preparing your meals, you do what you want to do in your kitchen. It is your kitchen. No set way to do things. Do it your way. So what I have here, I've deboned and deskinned my salmon and have gotten it ready. 2 cans, and here it is. I have not put any seasoning in it yet, but I am going to. And the seasonings that I'm going to use, and I'm going to say I'll just start with a teaspoon of salmon seasoning. And this seasoning is by Chef Paul Prudhomme. And I like his seasoning, so I'm going to start with this one. I am going to use some Old Bay. We want a good flavor with garlic and herb. I'm going to use a little bit of white pepper. I started to say I have white pepper here. So I'm going to use a little bit of white pepper. And I'm not really going to, I may add a little salt, I don't know. But I don't think I will need to, because some of these seasonings already will have some sodium in them. So don't want them salty at all. So I'm just going on, just getting these to sweat a little bit. And I will be adding them to the mixture. I have 2 eggs that I'm going to put in this. So we can start, while that is happening, we can start with our seasonings. I'm going to start with, I'll say, and y'all, I don't measure a lot. I just kind of eyeball stuff. And if I'm making up patties with my hands, I will be using the disposable gloves. I use disposable gloves when I'm working with my hands with meats and fish and things like that. But just ordinary cooking, I don't always use gloves. Since I'm cooking just for the family, you know, I don't always. Okay, so we're gonna, let's see if we can get this to come out. I'm gonna put, I'll say, about a teaspoon of this salmon seasoning. And we're going to put, I'll say, about a teaspoon of Old Bay. And that's because I am using 2 cans. It's not coming out very fast. Let me open the other side. Okay, we have that. And we're going to put about just maybe a 1/4 of a, let me open this, spoon of white pepper. White pepper is a little more potent than black pepper. Let's see if I can get this open. Hello everybody, and thank you for coming. You are welcome. If I can get this cut open, y'all. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, this thing is hard to, oh, I cut it. This is a little pack that I'm trying to get into the white pepper. So let's see here. Okay, we're getting it. Okay, this is coming along. Okay, I'm getting into the white pepper finally. So we're gonna put just a little bit, maybe I'll say maybe a half, nothing's coming out. Half a teaspoon, I'll say, of that. And we're going to kind of mix this up and around. I think I'm going to put a little more of salmon seasoning on this side, okay. And it's going to be covered. Okay, I am going to put in the 2 eggs. These are the 2 eggs. I've prepared everything so that won't take a lot of time. I like to get every bit of my ingredients. I don't like to leave anything behind. Okay. We're going to mix up this. Okay, this is good enough, so I will mix that up with this. And then I'll put my flour. Okay, we're going to, well, before I do that, let me make sure this egg is all mixed. Make sure we incorporate everything well. Now, if you don't like green onions, leave it off. You don't have to. And I'm sure, well, I believe many people already know how to make salmon patties or salmon croquettes. So now I am pouring this into, I just had a small amount of oil in the skillet just to saute these veggies. Okay. So we're going to mix this up. Like so. See how that's looking? Okay, now we're gonna move this skillet because I've already put some oil in it. And this will be for the patties. You don't need a lot of oil. I just start out with a little, I'll say about maybe, I don't think this is even a half cup, maybe a fourth. Just kind of play it by ear. Now, if I were to make these patties with my hands, I would use gloves for that. As I said, for meats and fish and stuff, I do use cooking gloves. Okay, in this bowl, I have a 1/4 cup of cornmeal and about 2 tablespoons of flour, and I'm using all-purpose flour. So that's what's here. And I am going to just mix this all together and put it in the mixer. Like this. Okay. All right, now let's mix this. Mix well. And, oh my goodness, making a mess already. And my hands are clean. And what was I going to tell you? Oh, I drained, and y'all, I'm making a big mess here. I did drain the salmon as well as deboning and deskinning. I just kind of played it by ear with the amount of salmon that I'm using, the 2 cans. Kind of played it by ear with the flour and the cornmeal. And we don't want to cook them too high because we need them to be good and done and not cook so fast. So let me see if I can turn this down a little. Excuse me for reaching over. Okay. Got it on about a little low, not real low, maybe a kind of medium low. And we don't want to cook them too fast because we want the egg cooked and we want the meal and flour cooked well in here. Okay, now this is the mixture. See what that looks like? And now, when my mom was cooking them, she would make patties or she would just drop them in the skillet. I don't know if it's hot enough yet. Just kind of let that, and just make patties. And I've done the same, but I can take the same spoon and just drop them like that and just kind of pat them out with a fork or something, or I can use the ice cream scoop. Either way. So let's get straight to it. We're not going to make them too big. And this will feed a lot in the family. If you make them the right size. And let's see. Well, it's cooking. Let me turn it up a little bit. Excuse me, y'all. My oil is getting hot. Y'all see the mess I'm making. Gotta clean up after I'm done. I'm not gonna just keep you on to see all of them that I made. I don't think my grease is as hot as I want it to be. Let me look at the chat. Thank you all for coming. Welcome in Mountain of Inspiration, Rock Just Living, Angie, Tim, Loretta Dot. I am Gwen Michelle, Grandma Lynn. Everybody, welcome in Tamika, Joshua, everybody, Buddha, everybody. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you. And let's see here. Didn't want to cook them too fast. Thought my skillet was hotter. You gotta let it kind of cook around the edges before you try to turn them. And a lot of times back in the days, people would eat these with biscuits and jam or rice. We used to eat ours with rice and English peas. And it would be a whole meal, y'all. A whole meal. And this is a nice Southern classic. Back then when people had a lot of children and they made these simple, inexpensive meals, they knew how to stretch. They might have been on a budget or didn't have a budget at all, just making do with what they had. And they made it work. They made it happen. Y'all see I don't have a lot of oil in the skillet. You don't have to have a lot of oil. One thing about these electric stoves, they either cook slow or you can burn your stuff up. They either cook slow or too fast. This is going to be some good eating. Those of you who like salmon, you know what I'm talking about. Hi, Lucy Warren's World. How are you doing? Thank you all for coming. Let me get this spatula here. Let me kind of clean up my mess here. It's made a big old mess. Let's see what's happening here. I don't think they're quite ready to turn. Excuse me, y'all, I'm going to turn it up a bit because these are cooking so slow. We want to brown them. I'll just probably do those few, just enough for you to see. And I will drain them on some paper towel lined on this platter. They look like they're coming on now. Trying to see how brown they are. They're not ready. We want them nice and brown. Nice and brown. They will be good. I'm sure they will. I will probably fry up all of them maybe once I've gone off. And maybe I may fry up a few more, and I love them. Tyler loves the, I don't think this is ready. Let's just see here. Okay, this one seems like it may be a little ready. Yeah, they can get a little, just a little more brown. They can get a little more brown than that. Just give it some time. Welcome in, She-Ray. Happy Saturday to you. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Tim, for dropping links. Feel free to drop all links for the channels that are here. Now, with a gas stove, these things would have been ready. Maybe I didn't have let my oil get hot enough to start with. So what is everybody cooking today? What is everybody eating today? I know I'll be having some salmon with rice. I don't know if I'll fix English peas or not, but it will be good. Oh man, that one fell apart. I don't think they're quite ready. Let's try this. Shouldn't be falling apart. It may fall apart, but it still will not go to waste. Okay, that's that one. We will put it right over here. with this one. Now, if I were not on live, I wouldn't have these issues. I fry these things all the time. And now they want to be stubborn. This one likes it. It's like it want to fall apart too. That one, I would just, I have some rice, just chop it up in the rice and go on. But this is the idea of what it's like, and I'm going to tell you what they're tasting like. I may have put them in too quickly before the grease was ready. That could be it, trying to rush through this video so it won't be too long. It's my little crumbled up one. I'm going to turn it over again. See, it's still not brown enough. Didn't want to cook them too fast. Got your plate ready, Tamika? Yes. Whipping it up. Yes, Gwen. My patties don't want to act right because I'm on live as much as I cook them. Looks good, Rock. Hi, Trina's Motivation. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, VOM. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for being here. As I said, they might be looking ugly, all breaking apart, but y'all, they're going to still be good. With rice, they will still be good. I'm thinking I didn't let my grease get hot enough before I put them in. Try not to cook them too fast. This little piece right here, I'm going to try and let you guys know what they're tasting like. That one there. Get this little piece here so I can taste it. Do a taste test for y'all. Okay. This is, y'all got the idea. This is what it's like. Now let me get a fork so I can, this one may be cool enough now. Let's see. Okay, let me taste it. Tell y'all what it's like. Mmm, yummy. It's good. Mm. Good flavor. Y'all, they may be looking ragged, the ones that I have in the skillet, but they are good. It's so good. Mm, mm. I'm called Tyler to come over. He loves salmon, croquettes, or patties. And he didn't have to work today, so yeah, he'll rush over here and get him some. Get this out. These salmon just showing out today, breaking up. Okay, guys, I'll show you this piece. Gonna try this one. All these onions in here, y'all. Mmm, mmm. Good. So good. Mm. Turn this down. Excuse me, y'all. Mm. This salmon seasoning by Chef Paul Perdone. Get you some if you're making salmon. Good stuff. And this Old Bay garlic and herb. Get you some when you're making your salmon. I thank you all for being here. Thank you for your support. I'll be coming with another recipe probably tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow yet, but I'll be doing something. Let me show you what I have here on my platter so far. The broken pieces and the whole. But it reminds me of how we can be so broken in our lives and how God can put us back together. Well, these are broken pieces, but they will be eaten. Okay? Y'all have a great Saturday. Be blessed. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you. Alma Valley, how are you doing? I didn't see you come in, but you're welcome in. Welcome everybody. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Hope I haven't missed any comments. But thank you all so much for speaking to each and every one. And many blessings, love, peace to you all. Thank you guys. And I will see you on the next one. Looks like rock bun. That's what Trina says. You can make them larger. You can eat them as a sandwich or and put whatever you want to put on them or however. They're good over rice, and I'm going to have some rice. I have some leftover rice, and I am going to have mine with some rice as soon as I get off. So you all take care, and I will see you soon.